Thank you very much for this interview. It's a pleasure to talk to you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for wearing birds on your dress.
I love it.
Thank you. First, I'd like to know what, besides being the first female team in the superhero world, what else does Birds of Prey have to bring to the table on the genre?
So much, I think. It's funny, it's messy, it's violent, it's R-rated in a way that we've never seen a female action ensemble movie in this comic book genre. So I think it brings a lot to the table in terms of the power of what it is and what it's saying, and also the entertainment value of it, which is huge.
And I think people don't need to have ever read or picked up a DC comic to jump in and fall in love with these characters. Because you're just going to get to know them as humans, and you're going to see pieces of yourself reflected in just in a much heightened, crazy world. And then for those who do know and love the DC comics, you know, you'll be able to spot all the little pieces of inspiration that were drawn from them, and all the things that, made us fall in love with them.
And you as a producer, after Suicide Squad, you wanted to pursue a Harley Quinn story, right?
Yeah.
And what about because there are TV series, there is a comic, and there are new characters and others that we cannot see in Birds of Prey. What was the criteria to decide on what way the story was going?
Yeah, there was a particular alchemy we were searching for. We wanted the group to kind of, once they came together, for it to feel whole, as if they all complemented each other in some ways. So we didn't want necessarily to overlap on certain characteristics or even fighting styles. And there were certain aspects of the storyline and the plot that required someone, for example, working within the system. That would be Renee Montoya, who's our cop. You know, things like that were kind of crucial just from a narrative standpoint. And then mainly we just wanted to incorporate one of our key members of the traditional Birds of Prey grouping, Black Canary, from the comics. Huntress was really the first Birds of Prey member that I truly connected with when I was just reading the comics for fun. So everyone kind of played a part, and the group came together because we felt that everyone complemented each other and were different but connected, or could connect in some way.
And what a voice!
Oh, thank you.
You sang all the songs of your character.
Yeah.
And how was for you to bring this? Why didn't you pursue a musical career?
Oh, stop it. You're so sweet. Thank you. No, I mean, it was the first time I sang in film, which was a lot of fun. You know, Dinah Lance in the comics is a singer, and so, you know, it was important for me to dive in and try to do all the things that she did. And so playing Black Canary really stretched me beyond my own limitations. You know, for me, singing is like, I get so scared and so nervous to do it. It's true.
Why?
It's true.
If I had a voice, I would sing
I know.
all the time.
I respect singers so much, and I love music so much that it intimidates me. And so doing this was so nerve-wracking for me to do it, but it was great. Like, she just made me get out of my comfort zone with that, and with the stunts, you know, having to train. Because Black Canary, she's like one of the baddest freaking martial artists in the DC universe, and so she really pushed me to do things I hadn't done before.
And how do you feel about that all of your characters can be like a role model? Because there's a merge between the good and the bad in the film, but on the other hand, there's a rated R film.
I mean, I don't know if we approach characters with like thinking about who's a role model or not. I don't.
I think everyone's got like shades of the light and dark in them. I think a really good person can still have a dark streak and vice versa. And I think what's interesting is that parody and those sides wrestling, especially speaking from my character's point of view. She's constantly wrestling with doing the right thing or doing the fun thing, which is often the bad thing. And her conscience sometimes gets the best of her, and she says, okay, no, you can't like kill a kid, for example. You got to look after this kid. But she can sense a vulnerability when she starts having feelings and immediately wants to suppress that. So watching that constant struggle is what creates the drama and makes things entertaining.
And there's a female energy very present in the film. Do you think it was that having Kathy Jen as a director made a difference?
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I think having so many women in every position in this film, you know, producer, writer, director, ensemble cast, it was incredibly exciting and refreshing and liberating and comforting, I think, for all of us, just to be on set supporting each other in a way that we so rarely have gotten to do in our careers. And I feel like you feel that on screen. You feel like this sense of fun that we were having in this like really new way for all of us.
Obviously, there's an open door for a sequel, and you had the chance to evolve Harley Quinn's character, but where did you would like to take your characters in further films?
I mean, I don't know. I think we're so focused on this film, and like we just, you know, it feels like we just finished it.
It does, yeah. I mean, who knows? Who knows what? And it also depends as well on what the fans want to see, what characters they're interested in, what other members of the Birds of Prey they might want to see.
There's so much potential.
And I think in
comics.
this film, it's like it's the Birds of Prey starting to come together and starting to find form. And it's not until the end of the film that they're really looking at each other like, oh, should we do this? So I think the opportunity moving forward is, okay, now that they've come to the realization that they can work together and be a formidable force, I think now the world's the oyster for like a full-on Birds of Prey, maybe even the more traditional grouping. And anyways, I've got big ideas for it.
Well, thank you very much, and the best of luck with the flying of the Birds of Prey.
Thank you so much.
You.